welcome to the Saturday morning sprints with myself, Gillian St. Kevin, author of all sorts of gothic nonsense, LGBTQ plus focused fantasy, paranormal, and urban fantasy type weirdness. With me, as always, well, sometimes not here. Sometimes
Depends if I've had a booster shot or not.
Yeah. With me this morning is my awesome co-host, Jamie. Hi.
Hello. I also write urban fantasy and queer books about people falling in love, but also sometimes horror and also stuff that is just completely random because that's how my brain works and doesn't fit into any kind of genre.
Yeah, not fitting into any kind of genre is kind of my vibe as well. With us in the chat today, we have Cool Gamer. Hi. But we've also got Melanie, who is working on a presentation in cellular neurobiology, which is super
Amazing.
Exciting. Way above my level. But
I was going to say slightly intimidating.
Yeah.
Oh, and a bot. There you go.
Yeah. Give me a moment. To deal with the bots, I have to have YouTube open in another window so that I can, remove them.
It's Saturday where we are, and usually on a Saturday in the past, not this year because we've been very slack about getting organized this year, but in the past we have used Saturday mornings to talk about what we've achieved this week.
Oh yeah, that's a really good call.
Yeah. So do you want me to go first, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go first since you brought this up.
Yep, that's fair. As I was saying it, I realized I'd put myself. Okay, so in this last week, I finished my edits on Garden of Secrets, so I'm very, very pleased about that. I did a deep edit on it, took a couple of weeks, and I sent it to Kitty, who's sometimes in the chat, for some beta reading. I also did some work, so that's my big achievement. I also did some work on a collaborative project that I'm trying to get off the ground with a friend of mine, so that was very exciting as well.
Yeah, that sounds like a really fantastic week. But also in the chat, feel free to share your big accomplishment this week. My accomplishment was surviving 4 days of full-time kid duty. I was hanging out with my 6-year-old niece all week. Her brother was able to go to playgroup still, but it's school holidays in New Zealand. School holidays just officially finishes on Monday, but I'm not on duty on Monday, so I'm really happy about that. I love my niece and nephew, but I also love writing and getting things done. And I had one particularly difficult morning where my niece and I were working on doing some letter writing, and my niece was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, okay, well, we bought some snacks. I'm cold. I've got you a jumper for you in your bag. I'm hungry. You ate all your snacks. You just had breakfast. You're not hungry. I'm still cold. You didn't put your jumper on. My top half isn't cold. My legs are cold. Okay, there are 3 blankets in this room. You can put one of those over yourself. I'm still cold. You haven't got a blanket and put it over yourself. I can't find a blanket. The blanket is right here. I'll put it on you. I'm still cold. And it turned out that she just was intimidated by writing letters. And instead of saying this, she kept on thinking of procrastination methods. It took me
very relatable
to figure this out and actually break down the letter writing into small chunks for her. But so, part of it was on me. But oh my gosh.
I gotta say, coming up with various excuses for why not to write something is highly relatable for me. This week, I've definitely done that with mowing the lawn, chores around the house, and sitting still on the couch and falling asleep.
I'm kind of disappointed. I think I've got a little bit of a low because it was never going to happen. Like, as soon as I hit that kind of writer's block in December when I went off script, like the
Yeah.
second time, I should have known I wasn't going to finish Sirius in time for Inca's birthday, which was January 24th.
Yeah.
But I was still like, no, I can edit it in time. I'll get it done. And obviously not. But Inca was very sweet about that. So.
Oh, good. I did send mine through to Inca. So there are a couple of bits that still need editing, and I think there's a note to myself to add more at one point, but there it is.
Yep. I'm glad Inca got some reading material on her birthday.
Yes.
Yeah. So another thing that we do on our Saturday sprints is start with a warm up. I've forgotten to grab my tarot cards, so you grab yours and I'll explain what this is.
I just want to show off this amazing sticker.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's a cat wearing a banana hat.
So basically, we call this, I call this creative yoga because I'm a dork. Basically, the idea is this is a warm-up to get our brains and creative muscles working in different ways. We're going to draw a tarot card and then just Google. Just write for 5 minutes.
Google for 5 minutes. Amazing.
We're going to write for 5 minutes, just dumping everything that's in our brains onto the paper. We're not going to edit. We're not going to self-censor. We're just going to force ourselves to write. Jamie and myself do most of our writing on the keyboard. So for this exercise, we like to make it even more different and use paper and, in my case, coloured pens.
I'm using my Ages of Pages pen, hoping very much that Ages of Pages gets to go ahead this year, because it looks like the early year Armageddons are going to be pushed back. And I would like to sell some paperbacks at some point.
Yes. There was, and the writer's plot in Wellington was holding inside quote marks this weekend, and that's unfortunately been cancelled.
Yeah.
I know Anne was really looking forward to that. And I think Everything Books and Tauranga as well had to cancel or postpone.
Yeah, they were meant to be in November last year, I think, and they cancelled. Which
makes sense because, books are okay. I would argue that books are essential, but interacting with authors is not essential.
And gathering in big groups when there's a COVID outbreak is less essential.
Yeah. But
we got a good one today.
Oh, awesome! King of Coins.
And that is what's his name? Gene Hackman? No, what's his name?
I don't know actors' names. I'm like terrible at remembering the people I know in real life. Don't ask me to remember actors on top of that.
Kings. Oh, there he is. Kings. Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder is Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is a movie that seriously traumatized me as a child. I've never been able to rewatch it. But that's the nature of Roald Dahl sometimes.
Yep. Did you know that Joy Cowley sold the rights to make a movie or short film of one of her books to Roald Dahl?
Wow.
And he was going to write the script and produce the movie. And so she met him when she was in the UK. And he was taking this Joy Cowley story, which was quite bittersweet and about like growing up, I think, and just going from being a kid to being an adult, that kind of feelings. And he turned it into a full-on horror movie, and it was really dark and really macabre. And Joy Cowley was like, "Oh my God, right. I hope this fails." Luckily for Joy Cowley, it never got off the ground and it didn't go anywhere. But she was really freaked out by Roald Dahl. She was
he
like,
had a
his
dark
wife was
mind.
lovely.
He had a dark mind. Even the ones that are really sweet, there's a lot of darkness in them.
Yeah,
If you're watching and you're not sure, Joy Cowley is a very famous New Zealand children's book author.
yeah. She writes
Has
for
won a lot
adult.
of
She actually
awards.
writes for everyone, but she's best
Mm.
known in New Zealand for her children's books. And this is actually really sweet. I'm sorry, I have a lot of Joy Cowley feelings. She used to go to schools and hang out with the kids and see what they were talking about and stuff. And she would use those conversations she had with the kids to inform her writing, because she wrote a lot of like the really early readers,
Really short,
because
yeah.
she struggled with learning to read as a kid. And so later in life, when she was a parent and her kids were having the same struggle, she really made it her mission to write short books that kids could read and relate to.
Mm,
And like we know her for like Bow Down Shadrock and like really beautiful kids books with like pictures and stuff, but actually she's done like possibly thousands of little early
yeah,
readers that are
yeah.
still in circulation now. But like her publisher would be like, what is this nonsense? This makes no sense at all. And Joy Cowley would like make mock-up versions with her own
Mm,
pictures. She would take them into. She had like a network of primary school teachers who would tolerate
mm.
her coming into their classroom and reading books with the kids. And she would tell her publisher, "No, take it to a school and see what
Yeah,
happens." And the
yeah.
publisher would take the book to the school, read it to the kids. The kids would lose their mind, and the publisher would be, "Okay, you were right. I get it, but you were right." So I really like Joy Cowley.
Okay,
She is a bit of a weirdo,
let's.
but she's a nice one.
She is really good.
Yeah.
Let's. Do you want me to do the timing?
Yes, please, because I'm just that disorganized today.
It's fair. Um, yep, it's on stopwatch because the last thing I did on this timer was trying to do planks. I managed two 40-second planks the other day. I'm very pleased with myself.
Well done.
Okay. Okay. Five. So we do this 5 minutes, 5 minute warm up. King of Coins, Willy Wonka,
Yep.
anything you
Any
like.
associations, any thoughts?
Hmm. All right. 5 minutes starting now. Thank you. Well, that is our 5-minute warm up done.
Excellent.
I started with a list of the things that I was scared of as a kid, and then it went into kind of how to organize my life. So, and
I just ended up writing a column about how happy I am that it's not
that's
school holiday.
good. I like that.
And then I finished with a paragraph trying to relate the king of coins to where I am in my career right now. Didn't get very far with that.
No.
But I thought of, oh yes, okay, I just remembered as the timer went off, I had a really weird dream last night that you and Anna and myself, and I think Julie, who is another regular on the stream, we were all going on holiday together, and we were going to Italy. But pretty much the week before we were supposed to go, this dream took place over a week. So 1 week before we were going, I was packing my bags, and I was like, I didn't have a passport.
Uh-oh.
So I had to quickly apply for like an emergency passport, and then 3 days later they sent me part of the passport. And so they were like, the rest is coming. And I was like, not a whole passport. What am I going to do? And a passport is a book. In my dream, a passport was like a driver's license, and they sent me this sticker to stick onto the driver's license
right
with half of my details.
Okay.
And I remember that I made it onto the plane. Like I think I was a day after all of you, but you and Anna had already left, and Julie had decided to wait in the airport for me. So she missed her flight and just waited in the airport. until I could join you because I was coming like a day late because of this passport nonsense. And then we got onto the plane, and this was the weirdest plane. Like it was really wide. It was massive room between seats, like so not a real
Yeah.
plane at all. And I should
No.
have realized it was a dream then. But we had boarded the plane, and I was just like Julie was seated with other people, but I was like in the back of the plane and there was no one else around me, like some sort of pariah, and like you weird non-passport haver, you have to sit here.
But you can still travel fine.
Yeah, they were letting me travel even though I only had half a passport.
Well, honestly,
Oh,
being in a part of a plane with no one around me is kind of the dream for long haul travel. So,
yeah. I
I
once
have.
flew from Japan to the UK on Christmas Eve, and there were three of us, three passengers on this flight. And the
Wow.
flight attendants were wearing reindeer horns and tinsel, and they were like so off over it.
Yeah,
Like we got excellent service.
of course.
They just wanted to like chat and hang around, and they would like hanging out with each other and drinking and
Yeah,
stuff. It was just so funny.
so good.
Yeah.
Every dream, in every dream where I'm on a plane, the plane is a rocket ship, like a
Excellent.
space shuttle going into space. Like there are no planes in my dream world. It's only shuttles, space shuttles. So I don't know what that says about me, but
Well, I suppose we should, since this is a productivity stream. Oh, hey, Kitty. It
could you
is
see a
awesome
bit
to
much?
see you. We've been talking about you. Well, we've been talking about what you've been reading.
Yes. So this morning I'm not writing anything. Well, I am writing, but I've got a to-do list that I'm checking off. So I'm gonna start with writing a blog post.
Excellent.
I'm featured in a magazine this week
Oh, neat.
for Valentine's.
What magazine?
It is Focus magazine. They're doing a little bit on New Zealand love stories, so like books that you can read over Valentine's Day. And I'm in there, and Zoe Piper's in there, and Anna Klein.
That is awesome. Actually,
Yeah,
I think I
very cool.
remember seeing something about this on the RWNZ page.
Yes, that's right. I signed up.
Fantastic. So, share the link for that in the Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, Melanie, that is the struggle, isn't it? Trying to do as much as possible before I'm too tired.
Yep.
Do your
Awesome.
best.
Okay.
We will support you. I was going to do I am going to do some editing on the Trials of Serious Crew. Unfortunately, Pro Writing Aid, I don't think I installed it properly when I downloaded it because it lost quite a few of my edits, and now it seems to have uninstalled itself. So I'm going to be reinstalling it. And yeah, I'm also going to, first of all, I'm going to share the Discord link in the chat, and then I am going to sort out Pro Writing Aid.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
I'm just going to start this and then jump outside because I think that there might be some neighbors fighting, and I just want to make sure everyone's all right. Okay, so 20 minutes starting now. our first sprint done.
Yeah, and I've had a Portuguese tart delivery.
Oh, that's how we know you're on Omahe. I got my blog post written and published, so feeling good about that.
Yeah. It is very good. I think I must have, instead of installing Pro Writing Aid, I must have installed like a shortcut or something, because it took a while to download, but now it's working great. And it started me at the beginning of chapter 7, which is where I got to last time. So that's
perfect.
very positive.
Very good.
Positive sign. So yeah, I got a good amount of editing done, just slowly plodding away.
And for next sprint is to write a newsletter and get that sent out.
Excellent.
And I've come to realize as I wrote this blog post that I need to schedule regular time into my weeks or every kind of couple of weeks to do some blogging, because I just do it if I've got something coming out or if someone writes something for me, and that's not a very good way to maintain. So if I schedule in a regular blog time, then it will be more better.
I need to do that too. Someone who is very good at that is our friend Julie.
Mm.
Julie, unfortunately, for the last couple of days, she's come down with some sort of bug.
Oh no.
And then that has culminated in a migraine today. So she is not feeling
Where
well.
is her blog? I would like to see it.
I think it is at jjwallace.com.
Mm.
Does that look right?
It's taking a moment to load. There we go. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Oh, she does book reviews. Good idea. I used to do that many, many years ago. Speaking of books, I had 2 delivered this week that I'm very excited about. I'm going to tell you about them.
Yay.
Convenience Store Woman, which I read at the end of last year, which is about a woman who works in a convenience store in Japan. It's kind of it. It's kind of all that happens. It's just her finding her place via a convenience store. And this one, which I haven't read yet, Before the Coffee Gets Cold, another Japanese one, which is about a small cafe in the back alleys of Tokyo where if you go and order coffee, you can travel in time to wherever you choose to go, but you've only got as long as your coffee is hot.
That is incredible.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about this. I heard about it on a book blog that I really like. Book YouTuber talked about it. He said it's amazing, so I will let you know.
That sounds fantastic. So I mentioned to my mum that I was collecting Georgette Hayes. And she has started running an op shop. My mum is a vicar, and so she started an op shop run out of one of her churches, and so they get donations, including books. And so she went through their books, couldn't find any, mentioned what she was looking to sort of some of the op shop regulars and my aunt, and they were like, really? People still read Georgette Hayes? And then they dispersed. And every single time I've come back to Omahe recently, there has been a new book waiting for me. So the latest one is a mystery novel. I did not know that Georgette Hayes wrote mysteries, but I'm really excited for it. But I'm actually going to create a kit for when I inevitably get COVID. It is my feel good and stay in bed kit, and I'm going to put 10 10 Georgette Hayes and Agatha Christie's, because this is a super exciting thing. In in 2007, 8, maybe 2009, I was back in Japan and my family moved house and they downsized dramatically and packed up all of my things and put them into a storage unit with all of their stuff. But because I was out of the country and least likely to need my stuff, my things went at the back of the storage unit.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
you have and it has been impossible to get to my stuff. However, my mum has been slowly working her way through this storage unit, taking out, sorting stuff, getting rid of a lot of stuff, generally decluttering the storage unit. She has finally hit my boxes, which means that um, I have been reunited with my Agatha Christie and Dorothy L. Sayers novels,
Oh,
and they are
wonderful.
currently in a stack this high. And oh my god, I am so excited to
Yeah.
read, especially the Dorothy L. Sayers. I haven't read them in a very long time. So they're going into my COVID preparedness kit.
It's a really good idea to have a kit like that, and I'm going to steal that and do the same.
Yeah.
We've done pretty well at like making sure we've got enough food for a few weeks, but yeah, a kit would
um,
be nice.
so the last time, well, I wound up in 2020, I wound up on 2 weeks of medical leave. And for the first week, all I did was sleep and read Gladys Mitchell murder mysteries. So I think when I'm sick, I like very predictable stories. So that's why I'm stocking up on the Agatha Christie's, the Georgette Hayes, and the Dorothy. Well, Dorothy L. Sayers isn't predictable, but I've read them before, so I know what
Yeah, so
happens.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's
Okay.
jump into another sprint. Okay, 20 minutes starting now. go. That's our time. Second sprint done.
Yep. Whew. We had another bot, but apart from dealing with that, I was able to focus on editing.
Good.
Still in chapter 7, but maybe about halfway through it, it looks like.
Oh, good. I
Okay.
started my newsletter. I remember that the newsletters always take longer than I think because they like to link to other people's books, and that involves other people um, having to send me things and so on. So a little slower than I always forget that it will be slower than I think. So there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So Kitty is back, which is great. Lost the internet at the clinic. What was done, so headed home, but got caught in rush hour. So
Oh no.
yep. Um, when I left Christchurch yesterday, I accidentally took a wrong turn and wound up driving through Christchurch to get out of Christchurch,
Sure.
and that was not fun. I mean, Christchurch has nothing on Wellington and Auckland, but
No.
I had managed to avoid rush hour for a very long time, so it was a bit of a shock.
Even Auckland's rush hour isn't really as bad as Auckland's rush hour at the moment because most people are still working from home
Yeah,
in red light. So there are more cars around, but it's nothing like it normally is.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
hello, Catherine.
oh, hi. Oh, Kathy, well done. It is awesome to have you. Kathy is one of my Christchurch writing friends, and Kathy has has had a career as an editor as well as all sorts of interesting things, but is finally making her own writing a priority, which is very exciting.
Love
Kathy
that.
also has a very cute dog.
We love a dog.
Yeah, I really need to run to the bathroom. So, shall we take a few minutes to sort of get
Yep,
ourselves settled in and then start the next sprint?
sounds good. I'll put
Okay, sorry
my
to do this as soon as you arrive, Kathy.
we will be right back.
Yep. Okay, I took a bit of a risk and went into the kitchen to refill my cup of tea. This is a risk because we've got family here. My mum's cousin is visiting, and she and my mum, because my mum has been decluttering, she's been pulling out all these old family treasures, and they've been going over them and the stories associated with them and what they can remember of relatives, and it's fascinating. It's like a little history channel or Antiques Roadshow just happening in the kitchen there. So it was very lucky that I was able to escape.
Good.
Oh, good job, Melanie. I'm really glad that you lasted until now. So that was an hour and 20 minutes. So hopefully you got some good work done on your presentation and now you get some good sleep. So thanks for joining
Yeah.
us. All the best for
Thanks
your
so much for joining.
presentation.
I was on my way back when I got waylaid by Mochi asking politely for some treats, and I gave her some treats because she was being so nice about it.
Yep. Kitty and Kathy, sadly, Julie is not feeling well this morning. She's lying down in bed with a migraine, so please send her some good vibes. I'm sure she'd love them. But yeah, it's a very quiet morning. Joanna, who is usually here, is busy with all sorts of family stuff. So I think it's just we're still in the kind of busy season, but hopefully things are like coming to back down to normal.
Yes, I agree.
Whatever normal looks like for you.
Well, normal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, shall we get going on
Yep.
our
Let's turn on.
next sprints?
Perfect. Okay. Starting now.
Cool.
Ooh, one seemed to fly by.
Yeah. So Kitty has been admiring our shirts, and she, in reference to mine, said that yeah, she will share pictures of her 3 Star Wars scrub tops in the Discord later. So
I've seen those.
my Star Wars shirt reads, "Not the droids you are looking for." And one day I was in South Library, and there was a guy there wearing a shirt that said, "These are the droids you are looking for." And it's still a source of regret to me that I did not ask to get a photo with him.
It would have been amazing.
Wearing the shirt on the same day.
Yeah.
Like, what a wasted opportunity.
Oh, well. If that's your only regret in life, it's probably not too bad.
Okay, it is 11:43. We have 17 minutes before we technically finish. Do we want to do a 15-minute sprint or a 20-minute sprint and go overtime?
I'm
Kathy, this is a good reason to come to the word by word sessions, where you get the possibility of a guy wearing a Star Wars t-shirt.
I'm not really fussed on 15 or 20 minutes. I'm getting lots done, so happy to do 20 minutes.
Yeah. Kathy, Kitty, do you have a preference? If so, share it quickly. I will probably stop after this sprint because we've got family visiting and I should be at least a little bit social. Also, I am hungry because,
Yes.
okay, Kathy's easy either way.
Oh, let's
So
just do
let's
15
go
then.
with 20.
Oh, okay. Okay, 20?
Yep.
Okay. I'm starting it now.
Okay.
Okay, that
Oh,
is our stream done.
yeah. I have finished chapter 7 and I'm on to chapter 8.
Nice. I put up a request for ARC readers for my for one season Ouija boards because that's going out soon, but over a week. And started another blog post because I had a good
Excellent.
idea for a topic.
Very, very good. All good, Kitty. Hopefully, Talon and her kids are feeling better. But, yeah. Whew. Yeah. We will be. Oh, and Kathy got stuck into chapter 5.
Oh,
Excellent.
awesome.
So we will be back tomorrow again, same time from 10 a.m. New Zealand to 12 p.m. And then next weekend. Oh, hang on.
Mm.
We were talking about an author chat.
We were. Um,
Do you think now would be a good time to stick around over the stream and kind of compare our schedules for the next month?
yep, that sounds good to me.
Awesome. Oh, good. Kathy, a first draft. I really enjoyed the first draft the most out of the writing process, I think. So I'm glad you are hopefully having fun with that. Yeah. Okay. So I would say goodbye to everyone except for Jamie. And see you hopefully tomorrow, if not next weekend. But yeah, thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, see
Hopefully
you
you
later,
got
everyone.
your work done. And yeah, I'm especially glad that you figured out where to type the comments, Kathy. It feels great to have you with us.
Perfect.
Oh, and it's always awesome to have Kitty here. So, yes. I've had a really good morning. I feel even more positive than I did when I started the stream, which is great. So, see you again tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.